if you keeping the commandments or not. Where do you have to go?
Okay.
Back in the law for you to know what are the commandments you're supposed to be keeping, because I'm going to give you a simple one. Do you know as a man, you're supposed to have a beard? Did you know that? Do you know as a man you're not supposed to shave off your beard? That is a small thing, eh? Let's see. Read that. Let's see.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
So you're not supposed to scrape off your head.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Neither shall you shave off the corners of your beard.
Nor make any cuttings in the flesh.
Neither make any cutting that going into tattoos. Give me the one in 1925. Go and say it again in a different place. Because the thing is now, there is laws and there is statutes and commandments. So what we read, there is a statute. It's a sub-law. It's not part of the 10 commandments, but it's still a law. Right? Read that.
The book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 27. He shall not wrong the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Mar means to damage. Mar means to damage, right? So you're not supposed to damage the corners of your beard. Give me that Timothy, right? Look at the next commandment we're supposed to be keeping. That one they're going for our sister right there. What do you say? What's your question?
She want to know about Christ.
Okay, we have God, right? God had given his commandments, right? And then Jesus come after and make his own commandments. So
yeah? The Christ come and make his own commandments?
We
go and read some. Hold on. No, Christ didn't come and change nothing. So hold on. We're going to read something in Timothy for the sister right there before we go, and then we're going to answer the question. Listen this. Hey, my sister. What is her name? Yadi. Right there. Yadi. Yo, Yadi, listen this.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
So what is that? What is modest apparel? So in your own mind, do you think your apparel is clothes? Apparel is clothing. Do you think the clothing you have on right now is modest? You know what is modest? You know what modest means?
appropriate.
Not attracting sexual attention to yourself. Right? Do you think that your clothes is modest right now? Yeah, you think so? So you think when a man see you right now, you thinking if you can cook a good soup, or if you can make a bad roti, or if you can make ackee and saltfish? Is that what will come to his mind? Honestly, be honest with yourself. No, that's not what he's thinking about. We all know what somebody's thinking about when they see you dressed like that. So what kind of image are you keeping up? Because now if we was out here with a uniform with a stripe on this side, with a bulletproof vest and a gun on this side and a gun on that side, you do not think we was police? You would not think we was police, right? If we had police uniform. So what uniform you have on now?
Yard clothes.
Huh?
Yard clothes.
Yard clothes. So when I see you now, I think you use a yard clothes person. If that what you want to tell yourself, it's up to you. But you know, read that again.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Modest apparel. Modest apparel. Cover up yourself so that when you do when a man see you, he will think about if he can make you a good wife for himself and not just want to hit it and quit it. You understand? Right? Read.
With shamefacedness and sobriety.
Pause there. With shamefacedness, so you have to be humble. While dressed modestly. Because look at that. Look at what God say about us. Right? Give me Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6 again. Because we are the children of the Most High. We are the Israelites. So as Israelites, we have a certain way we're supposed to conduct ourselves. You understand? We can't just have ourselves any kind of how. Because we're not just anybody. We're the special people unto God. We're the chosen people of God. We have to move like that. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
You are a holy people. We are a holy people. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, Kalinagos, Haitian, Spanish. We are a special people. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto whom?
The Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
He chose you. He chose the brethren there. Read.
To be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So if we just special people above all people on the earth, what is our problem? We out here moving, dressing immodestly, running around the place and ourselves untidy. You ever pass and see Chinese dressed like that anywhere? No, and they're not a special people. Have you seen Indian doing it? No, and they're not a special people. So if we are special people, what is our problem?
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
You know what is our problem? We don't know what the law says. That's why we keep on breaking, adding sin to sin.
Bring it up.
So we don't know what the law is. Because if we knew what the law was, we would be keeping it.
That's right.
Right? So now give me that for the sister next to us there, because she was asking the question. Give me Matthew 5:17.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17.
That is Christ talking, eh?
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
So Christ said, don't think he come to destroy the law. He don't come and destroy the law, because the law of the Most High, it still stands, right? Read.
Or the prophets.
Or he don't come to destroy what the prophet before him said, right? Read.
I am not come to destroy,
He didn't come to destroy,
but to fulfill.
he came to fulfill what was written of him. You know what he came to fulfill? Mark 7:23. Right, give me. Let's see what Christ come to fulfill. Let's see what is it that Christ came to fulfill. Right? Because Christ never came to do away with the law. He didn't come to do that. Because Christ himself kept the law. Right? Read that.
The book of Luke, chapter 24 and verse 44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spoke unto you, whilst I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me.
Right? So go back to Matthew 5:17. So Christ didn't come to change the law. Right? Great. No, give me Matthew 5:17. Hey, get that for me. He was crucified and he so came to fulfill what Christ came to fulfill. I think that's in Mark 7. So read that.
The book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass.
Pause. Are we on earth right now? Can you look up and see the heavens? So the heavens is still there. Right? So he said, until heaven and earth pass,
one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be
so
fulfilled.
he said, nothing shall pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Read on. Tell me that.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
So he said, he that break the least of the commandment and teach men so shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. So God make it so all the laws have to be fulfilled. The only law that was done away with is the law of animal sacrifice, because there is no more temple, right? So we no more sacrificing animals for remission of sins, right? Get that for in Hebrew 10. Hebrew 10. You have the next question?
Is it right for a woman to
Hebrews 10 and verse 1.
be a minister?
Is it lawful for a woman to be minister? Hold on, let's get into it. Let that read.
The book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 1. For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect.
So the animal sacrifice was making us look at people. We had to keep doing it over and over sacrifice again. Right? Read.
4. Then would they not have ceased to be offered, because that the worshippers once purged should have no more conscience of sins. But in those sacrifices there is a remembrance again made. Verse 3. But in those sacrifices there is a remembrance again made of sins every year. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins.
Right? So it said the blood of goats and bulls could not take away sin. Read on it more.
Wherefore, when he cometh into the world,
when Christ come into the world,
he saith, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not.
So he said, do not sacrifice it. He come and make the ultimate sacrifice for us, for the remission of sin. So that's why now we under grace. But that don't mean we have to abuse the grace. Right? So while we under grace, we have to chant to ourselves straight. Right? Read.
But a body thou hast prepared me.
Pause right there. So you understand? So we still have to keep all the rest of the laws there. So we no longer have to want animal sacrifice, but the rest of the laws still stand.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.